Before deep diving into this video, I should warn you. The topics are somber and explore isolation, delving deeply into the human mind, guilt, depression, anxiety, and the lack of acceptance. If you're someone with a faint heart, please turn back and return once you're ready to face your demons with no loose ends. This is Paranoia Agent, Satoshi Sensei's magnum opus. The late Satoshi Kon's works followed paranoiac absurdist themes. He was no stranger to weird cinematography and storylines. After a tireless streak of movies, Satoshi Sensei took a turn and directed an anime called Paranoia Agent. This critically acclaimed anime delves deeply into the psychology of our society, featuring some of the most surreal themes. Way before the existence of social media and our notorious cancel culture, Paranoia Agent successfully predicted everything with intelligent accuracy. To gain a broader understanding of the anime's story, here's a brief overview of its narrative, providing you, our viewer, with a deeper insight into how an ordinary and functional society can transform into an abhorrent one. The anime follows Tsukiko Sagi, a timid character designer under enormous pressure to replicate her past success. Her creation, a pink cartoon dog named Moromi, has become a cultural icon. But the pressure is crushing, the deadlines, the expectations, the mental toll. Fame is a double-edged sword if not used correctly. No matter how successful an individual is, they can reach heights or fall from grace. No in-betweens. If you're someone who receives the most attention in your friend group or an institution, you understand the weight that comes with it. You're prone to threats, and this is no longer a myth. Cyberbullying is a living proof of this abomination. With Tsukiko being a rising star, she understands the pressure she has to handle. However, it doesn't take long before a mysterious figure, a boy wearing golden rollerblades, kills her with a bent golden bat. This assailant becomes an urban legend known as Shonen Bado, or Lil Slugger in English. But here's where things get strange. Tsukiko's story inspires more victims. Different people from various walks of life begin to claim that Lil Slugger has attacked them too. What the people are suffering from is a condition called mass delusion, hysteria. And as we go deeper, the more confusing and worse it gets. One victim becomes 2, then 3, then 10. Each one claims the same mysterious boy attacked them, but something's off. The details don't always match. The motivations vary. And the victims? They're not randomly chosen. Lil Slugger isn't just a criminal. He's a manifestation, a psychological scapegoat. Every person he attacks shares something in common. They're cornered, stressed, desperate, trapped in a situation where escape feels impossible. He becomes more than an attacker. He becomes a legend, a phantom, a psychological pressure release valve, the fantasy we summon when real life becomes too much. What Satoshi Sensei suggests here is chilling. When reality becomes unbearable, we manifest our destruction. In the world of Paranoia Agent, Lil Slugger becomes the outlet. Even in our world, mass delusion is something familiar. The best example of this dates back to 13 October 1968 during a radio broadcast. The situation unfolded through the narration of a line from War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, generating a wave of rumors of a Martian invasion. Through word of mouth and paranoia, this event spread like hotcakes, and everyone eventually believed in this conspiracy. People talk about him at work, on the streets. Children draw him in notebooks. A woman fakes an attack just to feel important. The media fuels it. The police are overwhelmed. Mass delusion is at work. Everyone is coded to think it's real. But it's not. Sound familiar? Satoshi Sensei predicted the internet before it shaped us. The way cancel culture, online mobs, and digital hearsay operate today is all on display in Paranoia Agent. The real-world examples are numerous, and due to the sheer volume, they have become extremely common thanks to the power of social media. We don't need a bat-wielding boy to destroy someone. A tweet, a rumor, a trending hashtag, that's all it takes. Whether it's true or not, often irrelevant. Like this example, Lil Slugger becomes a psychological trauma, a manifestation, purely fictional and has no place in the world. It's in the society's mind. From here on, Satoshi Sensei's symbolic creativity hits its peak. Remember Muromi, Tsukiko's creation? She is reduced to a bare coping mechanism, a fake attachment to forget about things, the other side of the coin. If Lil Slugger is the expression of societal pain, Muromi is the distraction from it. Software comforting. Always telling you, don't worry, everything will be fine. But Muromi is also dangerous. She enables denial. Her voice soothes, yes, but it also silences. It pacifies rather than heals, representing the dangerous addiction of coping mechanisms. These mechanisms differ for everyone. Some people prefer songs, nicotine consumption, and so on. What seems like a blessing is a momentary delusion of happiness. My ideology is somewhat complex. I tend to believe that pure optimism can be excessive. Don't believe me? You would rather think of something positive in a dire situation. But how long will it last? How long till you have to face the bitter truth? Optimism is simply denial, but it is so glorified that it comes disguised as virtue. Mamori implies this ideology, an escape from our real problems. Eventually, the line between delusion and reality blurs. Even the investigators become consumed by paranoia. Tokyo descends into madness. The public stops caring about the truth. They only care about fear, escape, and someone to blame. Paranoia. Agent begins as a crime thriller and ends as a psychological collapse, not just for the characters but for society itself. However, it delves deeper into the roots of human instinct. When stress, guilt, or fear becomes unbearable, societies invent monsters, someone to blame, someone to exile, someone to solve the problem just by being destroyed. In Paranoia Agent, Lil Slugger is that monster, but so is every rumor, every mob, every blind accusation. Whether you're an aspiring psychiatrist or a normal individual with a higher intellect, it doesn't matter. If you can't face your demons straight on, just like the societal trauma in Paranoia Agent, you can never overcome anything. Acceptance is the key, facing reality and owning our mistakes. Tsukiko created both Lil Slugger and Muromi, one to take her guilt, the other to comfort her. But neither helped her heal. We invented it, use it, destroy it, and when that one's gone, we make a new one. The cycle never ends because we never change. Nothing will happen if we don't change or make some laws against this nature. Unfortunately, this is how the world works. The demonic corporations seep out of our souls using hysterical and fake propaganda. It never changes. It just changes its shape. Today, it's someone trending on Twitter. Yesterday, it was a celebrity. Tomorrow, it might be you. Once the internet decides someone deserves punishment, logic goes out the window. Evidence becomes optional. Justice becomes theater. A small lie. A small moment of fear. But from it, an entire cultural phenomenon grew. Not just Lil Slugger, but many demons in our heads are formed with the need to blame something to hide our own scars. That's how Paranoia Agent works. It goes deeper and deeper. Only by accepting the nightmare ends. The lack of guts to face yourself will be the end of everything. Mass delusion, paranoia, hysteria, all of this mind-bending stuff can be fought with acceptance. Paranoia Agent was far ahead of its time. However, Satoshi Sensei passed away far too soon, but his work lives on, perhaps more relevant now than ever with the internet and sharing the mediums people love through word of mouth. Just like that, mass delusion works. It's all a mental game, finding the spot, hitting it perfectly. Lastly, his other creations, such as Tokyo Godfathers and Perfect Blue, as well as a never-ending list of movies, work wonders with metaphors and societal implications. But Paranoia Agent is his magnum opus. It's not just entertainment, it's a mirror, and it reflects a world where the monsters we fear most are the ones we invented ourselves. So, before you go and follow the cancel culture, ask yourself if you're doing the right thing or swinging the golden bat once again to create a chain of events. Now, that was something to ponder about. But hey, you made it to the end. Leave a comment and talk about everything in this video calmly as Satoshi Sensei would have suggested.